actually starting again?
Yes, I did. We're trying to be professional about this, goddammit.
Alright.
Welcome to Back to Falls They May. We're all not happy.
Welcome back to Falls They May. Starting again!
No! This time I am putting my foot down for this, goddammit. Ain't happening.
Fuck it, run the intro!
What fucking intro? Fall as they may.
I did run a theme song for this campaign, by the way.
Alright, anyway. Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Fall as They May. I can't even do the intro. I'm laughing too hard.
God damn it.
Oh, alright. Sorry. Okay.
All the pretty things are broken, and I'm not happy about
Professional.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Fall as They May, the D&D show where we start the intro 4 different times. It might be a fifth. We don't know yet.
It's not gonna be a fifth, because I refuse.
Well, tomorrow is just because tomorrow is Jordan's birthday, so wish him a happy birthday on Twitter.
Hey! My Twitter is at Angry Taco,
And that is
the number 2.
absolutely great, Jordan.
Oh, damn it! Alright.
I forgot the birthday, so enjoy that message.
You're such a dick today.
I am upset. Everyone is upset.
Alright,
No one is a good mood.
So anyway. Last we left off. The favored few had a very interesting dinner alongside Nakax's parents, where Nakax put forth some of his concerns, as did they to him, about his continuing to be an adventurer. After some talk and some pretty good roleplay on Jordan's part, his parents agreed to allow Nakax to continue on with the favored few. Esther met Nakax's older sister. They forged a small agreement between them to exchange spells between the two. And Nakax received a letter from an unknown source asking him to meet him in the center of town. Upon arriving to the center of town, they figured out that some sort of arcane barrier had been put up, and on the inside they found Lord Tremor along with his 4 minions, who engaged them after Tremor asked if they would be willing to join him. A battle ensued, and in the end, the young Ezekiel threw himself at Lord Tremor, at which point there was a gigantic flash of light. And that is where we left off. So, favored few. As your vision eventually comes to you, you start looking around and begin to see that the areas surrounding you are almost destroyed. The stage that was almost looked new in its construction is now rotted and breaking in some parts. The stalls in different merchant areas around you have either been busted in or collapsed with what you can make out to be rot. 3 of your companions are missing as you take a quick survey around. And you don't see Talon or Ezekiel either. And it's just this dead silence around you.
Like, are we all where we were standing, or...?
You are all where you were standing.
Is everything alright? Where'd they go? I'm going to, go up to where the stage was, where I know, or at least where I last remember where Valak and Lord Trimber is. I'm going to see if I can't search/know where they are?
So as you go and you run up onto the stage, are you just jumping from the front?
I would like to try to take up the steps, or if I can't.
So as you go to take a step, it cracks under your weight.
Is there any way that I could? If
You
the steps won't
have to
support.
take an eighth of a D4 fall damage.
No, he doesn't take any damage, but as you go to put some weight on the first step, it buckles.
I can't put any weight on the steps. Could I hold myself up on the stage, or will I get the same issue?
You go ahead, and as you try to vault your way up onto the stage, you hear a loud, but it seems to be holding.
Alright, so I'm assuming I'm on the stage now. Okay. I'll try to move as carefully as I can to where, again, I last remember Lord Tremor and Block standing.
Alright, so you carefully begin making your way over, and as you do so, kind of feeling around the area, you don't see anything or feel anything.
Is there nothing on the stage floor? There's nothing.
Nothing that you can see.
That's not good.
What the hell's
Uh,
going on?
Esriel, you would notice that Nakax looks a bit taller than he did before. You also notice that Goo has started to get little patches of gray going through his hair.
I'm a half elf. I'm only like.
I'm aware.
What do you?
Half elves still give in to human concerns. You could be like where you don't show the wear and tear, but your body still ages. It still shows age as if you were a human. Your body just doesn't lose its physique.
Also bullshit. I don't have hair.
I thought you said you had a beard.
No.
Your
Okay, I'm remembering
picture
character.
has hair.
Okay, this is why we give
fuzz.
proper character descriptions.
Okay, so
I have a picture. I have fuzz.
You have a ponytail.
Yeah, like if it were followed by a character, it'd be that long ponytail. But if you're bald, you're bald. So, well, that's neither here
I'm
nor
not even
there.
middle aged. Still 62.
Is anyone feeling any different?
I'm going to ignore that and just like walk and like scan the perimeters.
Okay.
I would like to pull down my hood and look at myself in bloodied reverence.
Well, being an elf, you don't look very different. Being a full-blooded elf, you don't look very different.
I'm going to carefully get off the stage since I know it's still weak. I'm going to get back on the ground. There's no sign that there's anyone else on the stage. There's something about this seems wrong. Everything about this seems wrong.
Everything's off, and you're taller.
What? I am?
You're taller, and your horns, looks like they've grown a little.
I'll kind of peel back at the horns and know that change, and that doesn't seem right. What is? No, this is Calren. This has to be Calren. Everything's it's only different, but it's destroyed. Like I immediately just start sprinting toward where home is.
All right, so you begin making your way. You begin running off towards the estate. Is anyone following him?
Oh yeah.
All right.
I'm just scanning the perimeter to see like how far the effect has like gotten to the city.
I mean, it seems like every house is in some sort of has some sort of wear and tear on it.
Hell yeah, free stuff.
Monster.
Are you following them?
Yeah, sure, why not?
Okay. Go ahead and move everybody back then. All right. So as you begin running and making your way through the streets, you start glancing all around you, and you're starting to notice that the buildings are in different states of disrepair. There's nobody walking around the streets, at least no one that catches your eye as you're running through. Eventually, you make your way to your house, Nekax, and you can see that the gate on the outside has collapsed inward. And you see that there are different holes throughout the house.
Oh God. Mom! Dad! I'm gonna try to run into the house or try to get past the gate and head in there.
All right. You can easily get in. The front door is currently open, and one of the doors is missing.
Mom! Dad! Please tell me someone's alive!
You start listening, and you don't hear anything. The staircase that leads upward, the left side has completely collapsed down on it, leaving only the right side as workable stairs. And there are, you looking to the left and right, the interior walls seem to be in a little bit better shape.
I'll run up the right side of the stairs. I'll try to look for where Mom and Dad would like to frequent. The not library, but the study, the father's quarters, anywhere.
Okay. So you begin looking through. What is everybody else doing?
I'll check whatever rooms Nekex isn't checking.
Okay. Aster?
I guess I'll explore like downstairs area.
Okay. Go.
I will stay here in case anyone else.
Okay. So Aster, you begin making your way through and looking around. And as you push into the dining room, you can see that the table has buckled completely. And there's only about 2 of the chairs that are still holding. The different drawings and pieces of artwork that they had, the few that they did have, are completely destroyed. And looking up to the left, you can see that there is a hole in the wall that looks towards the outside. That is through the dining room.
I'm gonna investigate like the destroyed chair and stuff to see like discern like what caused it to be destroyed.
Okay, go ahead and make me an intelligence. Go ahead and make me a nature check. This is wood, so make me a nature check. So you start to see as you're looking, there's splinterings in some of the legs, indicating that they've been broken in some way. However, a few of the chairs do seem to just have a lot of rot to them. Esther, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, that was it. Just go.
Okay. You know in this room that there is a door to the kitchen. Nakax and Esriel, as you're running through the upstairs, looking about, you don't find anything at first. Eventually, however, Esriel, you kind of checking out the rooms that Nakax wasn't exploring, you see what appears to be 3 figures. 2 of them are in black robes like you've seen before, and you see two of these bird-like masks that have been completely eaten away, and you can see the remnants of a skeleton, and you can see the remnants of a skeleton with some flesh still on it. Go ahead and make me a nature check. So the 2 masked individuals, you can't really quite tell as to what they are. However, the other individual appears to be of just based on the skull and different features, appears to be a dragonborn of some kind. However, you're not sure to exactly what. However, just basing it off the clothing, you take it was one of the servants that was hired by Nekax's parents.
Nakax? Nakax? I found something.
I'll go to where Estriel is. Still I'm beginning to hyperventilate. I'm getting to freak out.
All right. You eventually make your way into the same room, and you see the same image before you.
Are they familiar? Is there anything I could pick up on?
Make a nature check.
Damn it.
It's hard to tell.
Only know they're dragonborn.
They look like a dragonborn, and just based on the clothing that is still there, you get the sense it's one of the servants. However, you're not 100% sure as to who. Aster, taking some time there from the dining room, there is a doorway into the kitchen, and then there's a set of doors off to the right side of the lower floors.
I'll go to the kitchen first, I guess.
Okay. So you open up the kitchen, and you can see what appears to be 4 of those individuals, those cloaked individuals. Their masks have dried with this very odd brown substance, and you can see that there is a corpse. Like, once again, very little flesh that still clings to the body. But you can tell from the outfit it was the cook that you'd met before, and in his lax skeletal hand there is a rusted meat cleaver, which also you can just barely make out, has these same kind of stains on it.
When did we travel to the future? The cat.
DM, as we're looking at those skeletal figures, they have bird masks on them, you said?
They had bird masks on them. However, the masks have deteriorated or been eaten away by something.
No. No, they're alive.
We haven't found them. We
Mom!
haven't found them yet.
Dad! You have to be here!
Right. We haven't found them yet.
I'm going back to searching through the other rooms. There has to be some semblance of someone being alive.
Okay. You make your way over to your father and mother's room, and as you throw the doors open, you can see as you push them, one of the doors, you hear a quick snap as one of the hinges just gives way, and the door is now swinging free. But looking inside, you can see the bed has buckled completely and is fallen inward. The table that he had sat you at before, still standing, although you can tell that there are cuts and grooves along it. You can see in the room there is 2 individuals with those same masks. Not moving, but they seem like they've been here for a while. The wardrobe is opened completely and completely emptied, as is the same on your mother's side. And the door that would lead to their bathroom is broken in completely. But you see no other corpses in here.
What the hell is going on?
I'm going to go to one of the 2. I'm going to attempt to take the bird mask off of one.
Okay, you lift the mask, and as you do so, you can see that there are small maggots that are currently eating on whatever little bits of flesh are left. And I'm talking extremely little. This is almost completely skeletal.
No sign of knowing what they are either.
Give me a nature check.
No.
You can't tell. It's too. You're not really attuned, or you haven't really studied corpses like this, so it's very hard for you to tell any real features.
Would maggots even still be on a corpse that old?
In this situation, yes. I looked it up. If there's something that protects the flesh for long enough, even for a super long time, that the flesh, as long as it still is collecting moisture of some sort, can stay alive much longer than something that was just left out in the air. In this case, the mask was holding the moisture.
Wake me up from this nightmare. This isn't a joke, White Dragon, let this end! No! They can't be dead! They have to be alive! I'm going to go to a nearby wall. I'm going to ram my head against the wall. I'm going to try to wake up from this nightmare.
Okay, so you just start slamming your head constantly into a wall. And Esther, you just watch as progressively his head is getting more and more bruised.
Stop! I'm going to try and pull him away. We have to calm down. There's something not right here. This can't be real. None of this has to be some sort of illusion. We were just in the center of town. We were just fighting Lord Tremor. Everything was fine. And now we're here. This isn't right. There's going to be something.
Aster, is there anywhere else you'd like to explore?
Those rooms to the right, she said.
Okay. So pushing through on the right, you come into what appears to be a small gathering room. There are, at this point, very disheveled couches that are sat against two walls. You can see that the two windows in here are broken in completely, and part of the upper wall to the south is missing a big chunk of the wood. You can see that there's a table in the center, which is not broken in, made of this. You surmise some sort of oaken wood. It seems to have held itself pretty well. You can see that there's a fireplace with a few baubles that have been either broken or knocked over. And in the corner, you can see a small cabinet.
I'm gonna try and open the cabinet.
Okay, you go over and you turn it, and as you finish turning the knob on it, you hear a toing, and you pull the knob right off of it. However, the door hangs open, and inside you can find what appears to be 2 bottles of wine, dated for about 5 years, back from what you remember the year being.
5 years.
So vintage, vintage wine, basically. Well, not vintage wine, aged wine. Vintage is like 30, 40 years. You can see that there are glasses that are covered in little puffs of dust. However, it seems like the cabinet has kept pretty hardy. However, there is a thick layer of this dirt that is on the bottom of this cabinet. But the glasses look like they can still be used.
Okay, so we traveled around 5 years. Sure.
Well, no, 5 years, like, from what you remember the date being when you guys were in the square, this is 5 years back from that date.
Mm-hmm.
So this is basically like, okay, these people just had some wine. That's the best you surmise from the situation.
Okay. I'm gonna take the bottles of wine.
Okay. There's a little bit of grime on the outside of them, but you can wipe it off and clean it.
Any other rooms I haven't checked yet, or?
There is one more door on the right from the outside.
I'm gonna go check it.
Okay. Go ahead and you open it, and this is another This is a what you surmise to be a guest washroom. It's not as nice as the ones that you had seen upstairs previously, but it is serviceable. You can see that there is a thick layer of dust that is coating most of this area, but the window in here has not been broken in. But from the outside, you can see basically nothing. Or from the inside looking out, you can barely see anything just from the thickness of the dirt that's covering it.
Okay then. I guess I'll go back to the main hall.
Okay. Right. Goo, is there anything you'd want to take care of while you're outside?
I'm not outside. I'm in the main hall.
Okay.
Or like the
So you
entry
watch,
hall.
yeah, you watched Aster go to and from, checking out these different rooms. Eventually
I mean,
reconvening.
I'll generally look around.
Okay. You see, as I said, the staircase is a bit fallen in on the left side. The walls on the inside, at least here, seem to be in somewhat of decent shape. The chandelier that was here before is just barely. You can tell just at a glance, it's just barely holding itself there anymore. But Nekax and Esriel, what are you two doing?
I'm trying to calm him down while not being calm myself.
Yeah, I'm kind of having a panic attack. I'm just trying to process what's happening, and yeah, no, that's all I've got right now.
Okay. You take a moment, processing everything, and eventually you will hear what sounds like all of you hear it from outside.
Can I look at the window?
The window in this room is not broken, but it is dirty as anything. And as you try to open it, it's jammed.
I'm gonna cautiously look out the.
Okay, make me a perception check.
Okay. That was a bad roll.
Taking a second and looking outside. So yeah, if you take a second and you look outside, what you didn't notice before is just how thick of a cloud covering has formed overhead, which is weird because a moment ago it was crystal clear. Kind of glance around as you can still hear this, but you're not seeing anything.
Hmm.
Anybody
I
else?
guess I'll go find Nakax
Okay.
and Israel.
I'm gonna try and ritual find familiar.
Okay. So you'll sit down and begin doing that. As you run upstairs, Goo, you quickly find Nakax and Esriel in his what you can surmise to be the master bedroom. Nakax seems a bit frazzled.
Well, this seems like. Oh, I'm in character. I'm being sarcastic.
Be sarcastic. All right, so Goo enters through the door to you guys.
You see anyone? Anyone?
Nope. Nothing. Just weird clouds outside.
Maybe they're blocked off on the other side. I'm gonna head downstairs. I'm gonna go to where the block stairs are. I'm gonna see if I can't just start ripping away what's blocking the path, or try to get a.
So you're gonna fish through where the stairs have collapsed in.
Yeah.
And so you begin kind of rifling. Go ahead and make me an investigation check.
Well, I'm not really like looking through it. I'm trying to tear through
Okay,
it.
give me a well. Just see if you see anything as you're combing it. So you throw and begin moving your stuff out of the way. Eventually, as it all gets cleared off, you see pinned under one of the railings, there is a black notebook.
I'll grab it.
It's in really poor shape, and you're kind of taking a second trying to figure out what this is, and you recognize this after a moment, and opening and thumbing through a few of the pages. This is your mother's notebook, the one she uses when she's trying to jot down story ideas. However, you do not find a body or any corpse.
Very carefully, I want to thumb through the pages of this notebook, see if there's any clues, anything she left behind.
Right. You begin taking a second and looking through it, and you see some of the pages have given way to some sort of wear. However, you start to see that a lot of it was the ideas that you had been doing before you left the first time, and flipping a few later, it's the information from when you had your conversation with her. And then as you're thumbing through it, you begin to see what look like just little notes here and there. I hope everything is going to be all right. I don't know where Nakax is. And you see as you run through, I don't know where Subis is. I haven't heard from her in days. I hope she's okay. And it's just this repetition constantly. Just these exact same notes written over and over and over again.
No, I'm here. I'm here. How could this be? No. A few days. No. No, I was just there. I was just...
Nakax. Just gonna tentatively put a hand on his back.
Eventually, you make your way to the last page of the journal as you just see it repeated over and over and over and over again. And it eventually comes to the ink on this page has either been eaten away or something has happened to it through some sort of damage to make it nearly illegible. The few words you're able to pick out is one of my closest friends. I miss you. Farewell.
Gods.
Did he do this? Did poor Trevor do this?
This has to be... There has to be some sort of explanation for this. Trick? Dark magic? This can't be real.
I'm gonna shove the notebook in my backpack. I'm gonna run outside.
Okay. You all can still, by the way, hear this.
Not me. No, I'm
Yeah.
only hearing the pounding of the
Yeah.
heart in my ears.
Now
not paying
it's
attention
getting
to
louder.
anything.
Yeah, getting louder. Goo, are you still outside, or are you?
No,
just...
I went inside to talk to them. Remember?
Yeah. No, I'm asking. Did you go back outside?
No.
Okay.
I will follow NACX outside. Even though I don't know what to say, I'm just gonna try and be there for him.
I'm gonna wait up for Aster.
I'm just screaming out in the middle of my yard, just screaming. Where are you, Lord Tremor? Come out and fight, you coward! You want to take away my family? Take away anything that belonged to me? And then not show your face? Show yourself!
As you say that, you see what appears to be a brass-colored dragon that pierces through the veil of clouds, and you see it roaring out almost in agony as maybe 150 or so, or 150, maybe 200 feet away, you just hear a and you watch as a few buildings come down.
There he is. I'm gonna try to run where... I guess where that fight has to be. That has to be where Lord Tremor is.
Well,
NACX,
all of
wait.
you, yeah, all of you hear this loud crash.
I'm already gone. I'm already going that direction. I'm blind.
Yep, run it after.
Goo, Aster?
I'm finishing my ritual and I tell Goo to go after them.
Alright. I'll go ahead and move you guys over.
Question, will my component, like, vanish if, like, I end the ritual early, or...?
No.
Okay, then I'll go with them instead.
Sprinkles. So, as you guys run towards the crash, you see a few buildings with their roofs that have been completely taken off. And you see two sets of buildings that have been crashed into. Can I get a marching order, please? I know NACX is in front. Who's next?
I'm right behind him.
NACX,
Alright.
Octa, me, it's Aster. Octa.
You mean Esriel?
Yeah.
Right. You see, I'll move everybody over.
Same thing. Oh, Jesus Christ.
You see this brass dragon. You surmise an adult brass dragon. Its wings have been cut to some extent, and you can see its eyes have this glazed, blackened ichor that is just covering the pupils entirely. As it gets up, it starts kind of just whipping its head around violently, and doesn't seem to be able to see. However, looking down, you can see it does look at you. As Nakax would know, elder dragons tend to be able to see without needing to actually have use of their eyes. Kind of looks down, starts growling angrily.
Oh God, he's so powerful he ate the background.
He's so powerful he eats the background music. What are you guys doing?
In Draconic, I'm just gonna call out to it. Where is he? Where's Lord Tremor?
It'll rear its head back and... I would like everybody to roll initiative.
Oh, great.
Christ. Good.
That button.
Not with a full party against the adult dragon. This is not going to go well at all.
You notice, I will roll, but you do notice that a lot of the dragon has either these cuts or splinters or just deep stabs into its body. Okay. Dragon. Okay. Aster, you're up first.
Put you down for 20 since it didn't copy over.
Oh, it did not. It did not copy over. All right, Aster, what are you doing?
I'm going to hold a firebolt and I'm gonna run it. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Okay, so you go and take cover behind a ruined building, holding your firebolt. Goo.
Dragons are spooky. Move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And I will cover or like hide myself against this wall.
So just as a heads up, when I said 2 buildings were destroyed, it was these 2. These 2 buildings have collapsed under the crash of this dragon. It is open to you guys to run through.
Never mind. Oh. So he's on the ground.
Yeah.
Is this one like indented in? Is that
This one, the roof of it is damaged. However, you still have an interior to it.
the wall that I'm closest to, does it have an entrance at all?
It does. There's
where
an
might
entrance
that be?
here. There's an entrance here and an entrance here.
Okay. So I will enter. Is it 3, 4? Is that good?
Yep, so as you enter that building, immediately what catches your eye are 2 small humanoid skeletons and 1 larger one, all of them collapsed on each other.
Shit. Is there any area in here that's like too debris to walk through?
No, there's a bunch of dust and some small breakings through, but otherwise it's free movement.
Okay, I'm basically gonna like go to the opposite side of where Aster is. So, 1, 2, 6, 7, 8, 9.
All right.
And I'll make a little knock on the wall so he knows.
All right. So Aster, you hear a little knock come from the wall that you're hiding behind.
Okay.
Nakax, what are you doing?
I want to try to persuade it to not attack, just to kind of say what I'm going to go into, but I'll just say it to him. I don't want to fight against you. I just want to make sure that everything is set right.
Okay. Make an insight check.
That's not going to go well. No, it's decent. But not decent.
So as you're calling up to this dragon, you're noticing that its state is not that of an adult dragon. It's like a cornered beast. It's feral. Which, for an adult dragon, is extremely out of the ordinary.
That means he's hurt badly. That means he's not going to be making any good decisions, metallic or otherwise. That would be action. Do I want to go down that path? I don't know if I want to attack or not. No, if he's a quartered beast, he's not gonna... He'll know better. I'm gonna follow Goo in. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. And yeah, we'll do here for 30.
Okay. Alright, anything else?
No, that's all I want to do.
Alright, on its turn, it'll step over here. It'll take a deep breath in, and it'll unleash a gout of flame against the building. When you watch as the fire starts to pierce into the rotted wood, go ahead and everybody in the building make a dex saving throw at advantage.
Nope.
Everything.
That one.
Aster, you as well. It's a 60-foot line,
Okay.
but do it at advantage. So, Goo, you save, and I believe you have evasion, so you take no damage. You just managed to pop back away from the flame.
Jesus.
Aster, you also succeed as you kind of start hearing the building starting to char. You manage to jump out of the way in time. Alright, this breath weapon is a bit weaker.
Try to be nice. Try to do the right thing, and then this happens.
8.
Yeah. If I have sight on it, can I release Firebolt?
Yeah, you will, because the building is gonna be basically unusable for cover at that point.
Okay.
So I'm doing my math really quick. Hang on. 6 plus 10, 16. Plus 5 is 21. I did not roll very well. So 31 points of fire damage if you failed. Take 15 points of fire damage if you succeeded. And Aster, as the wall gives way to you, you unleash your firebolt, and as you shoot it at the dragon, just harmlessly licks off of it.
31, you said?
Yes.
Okay. I want to make sure I have this right.
Yeah. The fire, it impacts completely, but it does nothing to the dragon.
Okay then.
It is, I will let you know, it is immune to fire damage.
Oh, I'm fucked. That's all my damage.
At which point it will crash through the ruins of this building. 15. 5, 10, 15, it'll go there. Esrael.
Allow me to lament the fact that I will never get to use any of my cool cleric abilities. 5, 10, 15, 20. Character sheet load, please. Cure wounds. Level 3 on Nakax.
Alright, so you reach down and grab onto Nakax and heal him. 18 points of healing to you, Nakax.
Alright.
Okay, anything else, Esrael?
No, that'll be it.
Okay, the end of your turn, it's going to use a legendary action to make a tail attack against you. However, that is going to miss with a 13.
Yep.
So it goes to swing, and you just manage to kind of hit the deck as its tail whips around, trying to hit you. I rolled a 2 on that. Aster.
I'm going to cast Banishment on it.
Banishment, alright. Charisma saving throw.
Can't do anything.
That is going to be a 16. What's your DC?
Yeah, that 16 total, or?
16 total.
Okay, spell save 17.
Okay, it'll use a legendary resistance to succeed.
Mm-hmm. And then I'm gonna... 5... Don't want to be in the way of his breath. 5, 10... 15... I'll just stay right here.
Alrighty. Goo.
Can I size up how tall it is?
It's a good probably 19 to 20 feet.
Oh.
It is towering over you guys.
I mean, that's towering, but that's not like...
Oh, no, it's not ancient. It's not
skyscrapers.
No. Oh, also, I made this a little bit too big. Give me 1 second.
That's better.
There you go. That's what an adult dragon would be.
Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hello there.
So go ahead and run up.
My name is Goo. If I wanted to scale it, that would be an acrobatics or an athletics?
Yeah, it'd be a acrobatics check versus its athletics to throw you off.
And I don't know
or
if
to
that
keep
would
you from
take...
getting off of it.
It's a
I don't
dragon.
know if that would that take up my turn, though?
I'd say it depends on how well you roll.
Okay. Fuck.
Natural 1.
Fuck, dude.
So you start to climb, you grip on to the dragon's arm, and it just takes its other claw and rakes you off of its arm and knocks you prone. So yeah, that was your action.
Ooh, my back. Did we both do that?
So you're currently prone, Goo.
Yes.
Would you like to do anything else?
I mean, I can't, like, try to get unprone, can I?
No, you don't have it. He doesn't have enough movement.
Oh.
I can't.
It's half his total movement.
It's not really anything else I can do. Unless I can take a dodge action?
Yeah, you can use your key point, Step of the Wind, to get yourself in. So if it does hit you, it's going to be a straight roll instead of disadvantage, because you're prone, because that gives you advantage.
Okay. Yes.
Basically, you're prepping to roll. Okay, neck axe.
Okay. Just as a player question, if I were to say cast animate objects on ball bearings, how would you say that a ball bearing would move? Would it be fly? Or would it...
Let me take a look at animate. It definitely would not move. It would roll. Let me see.
I think
animate object.
Because I do believe that there are rules for animate object that says if it can do a certain thing and it can't do anything else, it will fly.
That's why I'm reading it right now. Yeah, so it'll hover. It won't be able to fly, but it'll be able to hover.
Still kind of goes with the analogy of the pinball wizard. All right, we'll do this. Nakak is going to open up his pouch. He's going to grip tight to 10 ball bearings, and I believe it's up to 10 that are tiny.
Yeah, it is. So you go ahead and you throw these ball bearings, and you cast your animate object, and they all just start levitating there.
Okay. Deal 10 items. Okay. Yeah, animates becomes a creature under control until the spell ends. As a bonus action. Okay, so this will be where bonus action comes in.
Okay.
I want, as a bonus action, I guess to all 10, to go ahead and attack the dragon.
Okay,
and if,
I'll go ahead.
And if at all possible, to surround or create a barrier.
Okay, they will go ahead and they'll go ahead and make their attacks. Say +8 to hit. So go ahead and roll their attacks. Natural 20 on the first one.
Okay.
Second one misses. Third one hits. Fourth one hits. Fifth one misses. Sixth one misses. Seventh one misses. Eighth one hits. Ninth one misses. 10th one misses.
Okay, so how many?
So three hits and a crit. So roll. So roll 5d4 plus 20.
That is a chunk of change, baby boy.
Baba Booey.
32 points of damage. So the ball bearings all rail themselves in.
And just as added flavor, it looks like Macax is just flipping his fingers as they're going back and forth.
Is that your turn?
No, movement. This thing is he's gonna be that rude. I'm gonna do 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Try to create some...
So you moved out from there?
Yeah.
Alright, it will take its attack of opportunity on you. And it will make a bite attack. It's a 19 to hit.
I'm pretty sure that does hit. Yep, my armor class is 15.
Alright. You take 12 points of piercing damage as it gets railed on these ball bearings and it looks down and manages to catch you in the shoulder. Go ahead and make me a concentration check for your ball bearings.
Come on, damn it. This should be easy.
Yeah.
You're good. Yep, you're good. You managed to hold on. Anything else?
Even after the bite, I'm just again, a draconic. I said I didn't want to fight! And that's my turn.
Okay. At the end of your turn, it will use its 2 legendary actions. It can't fly, but the wings are still enough intact. And it will start flapping, and it's going to make a wing attack. All the ball bearings and goo need to make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, boy.
Okay, what is the dexterity of a freaking tiny object?
Whack. Of a tiny object, you have a +4 to your roll.
+4. So I gotta do this 10
glad
times.
I have these 9 bonus points in dexterity saving throws.
So
it's a real shame you got the 5%.
So you said to do this +4.
So it's 10. I need 10 saves at a +4.
Okay. Here's un.
I gotta take lucky,
Deux.
man. I can't
Fail.
do this.
3.
1 success. 2 success.
2, 3, 4, 5.
Fail.
6.
Fail.
7.
Fail.
8.
Success.
9.
Fail.
10.
Fail.
But of course, they're all dinkers, so I'm pretty sure this wing attack is gonna kill them regardless.
Yep. So yep. So it'll push out. Alright, they all take 12 points of damage. And anyone who saved takes no damage, but Goo, you take 12 points of damage.
Do I take half damage?
If it was for half. This is either a save or take damage.
Okay, so how many were taken down out of that ball bearings? Since
None of them. They all have 20. So they're not down yet.
You should probably have an index.
Yeah.
You should have an index card and just like keep track of all of them.
You think I am prepared for this kind of crap?
You should do that.
I probably should.
So 7 of the ball bearings failed. So 7 of the ball bearings took 12 points, and if it is half, then take 6.
Is it not an area of effect damage? Or attack?
Yeah, it's 10 feet around. So yes, you're fine. So it takes 6 points. So it takes 6 points of bludgeoning damage.
That's what I figured.
All of the ball bearings who failed, they're all at 8 HP left. And it is the dragon's turn. We're going to see if he gets his breath weapon back. He does not. The dragon will extend its wings out its full length and roar up into the sky. I need everybody to make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, man.
Ball bearings don't, because they are...
Yeah, they're constructs, so you're
I'm
good.
okay, this one too, please.
They don't have earballs.
Thank you, Daddy.
Estriel?
Whoa!
So all of you, as you're looking up at this dragon as it roars out, you all manage to hardy yourself. Aster, you feel your eyes go tiny as you realize just the massiveness of this dragon, you are frightened of it.
Fuck.
Yeah, and then it gets its 3 attacks.
Smack
Counting
some
the
ball
ball
bearings.
counting the ball bearings in on a d6 roll. So on a 1 and a 2, it will attack one of the ball bearings that are remaining. 3 and a 4, it'll go for Goo. 5 and 6, it'll go for Esriel. And this is for each attack. So bite attack. It's going for Goo. And its claw attack is going for a ball bearing. Second claw attack is going for another ball bearing.
Alright.
So it'll attack. It's going to start from weakest to strongest. So Goo, straight roll against you. Bite attack. 14.
No.
Okay, claw attacks against the.
Not even close.
Yeah. It's a 24 and a 23.
Both of them will
against
hit.
the weakened. Yeah, against the weakened ball bearings.
So 2 of them just pew pew and get sent off into space.
Oh yeah, dude! 18 points of slashing to another. Oh my god, he rolled double max damage. So he just takes his claws and slams them against 2 of the ball bearings, and they just break under the weight of his claws.
Bitch. Alright. That's fine. That's the reason animate objects thing creates little dinkers that are annoying.
Yep. Hang on, I got a text. It's so unprofessional, but I got a text.
The DM has texted himself saying the fix is in.
Gives me time to make my meal.
Alright, so, we're done. No, I'm done. That was the dragon's turn. Esriel.
Alright. Am I already in range of this thing?
Well, I was in
you are
range of
not.
it. Oh. Okay.
You're within its attack range, your attack radius, you can tell that much.
Okay, if I'm already in its attack radius... Would Guardian of Faith be able to attack in that case?
I'm sorry, repeat that?
Would Guardian of Faith be able to attack it in that case, if it's already
You
in
want
my...
to summon a Guardian of Faith?
That's what I was thinking, but would I know if it already attacks?
Let me go ahead and take a look.
Appears, no duration.
Summon a first person deals 23 have. It's whenever a hostile creature moves within 10 feet of it, so it would not immediately be able to attack.
Okay.
But hey, it lasts for 8 hours, you know.
True. Alright. I'm gonna go for it.
Okay. Alright, so you watch as Esriel kind of concentrates for a moment, and as she unleashes her hands forward, you see this armored warrior appear. Sword and shield, a shield emblazoned to the symbol of, I believe it was Ogma? Was your god?
Denier.
Denier. Sorry, I couldn't remember.
It's okay.
To emblazoned with a symbol of Denier on his shield. And you see it start looking around the area. Where are you putting it?
Let's see. I'll put it in, like, one to the left of in between me and Ghost. This space.
Yeah, and also don't mind the little dots. That's just a reminder that's what the ball bearings are.
Alright.
Since I need to put them in a placement anyway.
Alright, so we will go ahead and I will use this image. It is a large creature?
Large. Large spectral.
Alright. Yep, large. Big boy.
This will be a big boy as it finishes.
Whoa! That's a big boy!
That's gargantuan, not large.
Yeah, no, I'm shrinking it down right now. So you interpose it against the dragon.
Yep.
Alright. Alright, anything else?
Let me check. I think
Back it up.
It's like, yep. 5, 10.
It has to move into your space. Don't need to. And besides, you don't need to worry about the walls. The walls are gone now.
Yeah. Wait. No, never mind.
Okay, Esriel, are you moving out of its range?
Oh.
Alright, it gets an attack of opportunity.
Yeah.
Alright, it'll get a bite attack of opportunity.
He already used his reaction.
No.
He hasn't used his reaction. It got it back on its turn, and that was a legendary action that it was using. That's gonna be a 23 to hit you, Esriel.
Let me check.
Roll over.
Yeah, let me make sure.
Nah.
Rolo.
Take 13 points. Take 13 points of piercing damage.
Oh, that's not as bad.
As it bites down on your shoulder. And is that your turn?
Yeah, that'll be my turn.
Alright, at the end of your turn, it'll use 2 of its legendary actions to start beating its wings again. Yeah, I need all the ball bearings and Goo to make a dexterity saving throw.
1, 2.
Fail. Success.
4.
Success.
5.
Fail.
6.
Fail.
7. And 8.
Fail.
So, if I recall, there were 2 that were smashed, so that means...
So 2 of these, so this is gonna be, so this is gonna be enough. It'll take out, because I was keeping track, so 2 of those were undamaged. So you now have 2 damaged ball bearings remaining, no, you have 4 damaged ball bearings remaining.
Okay, so these guys are gone, which means these 4 off to the right are the only ones that are left.
And then Goo, as it beats its wings, you manage to steel yourself this time. You don't take any damage.
Cool.
Aster.
I'm gonna try magic missile.
Yes, you unleash your magic missile.
Okay. Go.
Thank God it doesn't miss.
9.
9 points of damage.
I rolled really bad.
As you throw your magic missile forward, it blasts into this dragon. You kind of try to steel yourself. Go ahead and make me a wisdom saving throw.
Here, wisdom savings. I'm supposed to be good at this.
As your magic missiles clash, you just look at it and you just think, "Oh God, that didn't do anything," and you just feel this looming presence pressing against you. What is my purpose? You cast Cure Wounds. Oh my God. Alright. So, anything else, Aster?
Nope.
Okay. Goo.
Hug you!
It is
I
going
would like to stand up.
Well, it's gonna.
Cool.
Well, before it's your turn, it's gonna use its last legendary action and raise its tail and try to crush you with it.
With added sound effect, no less.
Yeah. 24 to hit.
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead and take. If I could find the fucking d8s. God, this is the problem with having too many dice. You start losing your dice in the pile. Take 16 points of bludgeoning damage as its tail just slams down on top of you.
I don't like where this is going.
And it's your turn, Goo.
I would like to stand up if that's
Alright, so you will take a step up.
Beat its kneecap in.
Yay. What he said, I'd like to try and break that fucker's arm.
Alright, make some attack rolls.
Fuck this guy.
25 hits. 9 points. Boom! Hit it pretty good. Alright, second
And
attack.
another one.
That hits. For another
1
9
key
points
point.
of damage.
Flurry of blows. And a...
Right.
Oh.
You go for the...
Alright.
Go for a spinning kick.
You You go for a spinning kick. Let me go ahead. Let me get a D100 roll, please, sir.
You do the impossible and you hit the ball bearing in the midair.
72. Roll your damage.
He did hit the ball bearing in midair. I can't believe it.
So as you go and punch, indeed, one of the ball bearings gets in your way, and you crack it down to the ground. So you have 3 ball bearings remaining, Nakax.
Yep.
Okay, cool. I still have another part of flurry of blows.
Punch again, and that hits for 13 points of damage. Whew, baby.
I've been striking him on the same part of his arm, by the way.
It's looking really hurt.
Who says the monk is on the bottom of the tier list now?
I thought it was a ranger.
Nakax.
Oh, Ranger's fucking amazing.
Alright. Bitch won't go down? Fine. We're gonna make his day, plenty terrible. 20-foot radius?
Man,
What are you looking at here?
Just
oh yeah, more
damage.
than enough. I'm gonna go ahead and cast an ice storm right on top of him.
Alright, DC 16 save.
Think, when's the last time you seen Valak do less than 25 damage?
That is a 19 on the save.
Fuck.
So does it take half damage or no damage if it saves?
Let me double check.
Question, is it also persistent?
No, it lasts for 1 turn.
On a failed save, it takes half as much damage. Wait, it takes
that doesn't sound.
It takes 2d8 bludgeoning damage and 4d6 cold damage on a failed save, or half as much damage on a successful.
Alright, so
12
points. So 12 points of damage total. As you all watch as this giant cylinder of ice begins to form off from Nakax, and just starts whipping around violently in the area. The dragon gets a bit caught in it, but manages to pull itself away in time.
At least where he's standing is going to be difficult terrain, and just because he's tipped me off, I'm going to go ahead and make a quicken spell.
Okay.
And smack him with frostbite if I can.
Alright, DC 16 con save.
He probably has that.
Yeah, that's 22 on the save.
And I wasted my bonus action, but because now the things are just floating there. I just forgot about that.
Yeah, the ball bearings are just floating there in space.
Okay. It acts as it's our barrier for a little bit.
Okay. The dragon does not get its breath weapon back.
Come on. Yeah.
It will go ahead and roll to see who it attacks. D6. 1, 2, 3. It's going for a ball bearing. 4, 5, 6. It is going for Goo. 1 attack on Goo. 2 attacks on Goo. 3 attacks on Goo.
Christ.
He knows where the heavy hitter is.
It doesn't like that you just kept hurting it. First attack is a 27 with a bite. So that's gonna hit. Where the fuck are all my d10s? Goo, take 19 points of piercing damage as it bites down on you.
Fuck.
First claw attack to 29.
Please don't die. Please don't die.
He probably won't die, he'll just be down.
Take 12 points of slashing damage from the first claw. And second claw attack is a 24. Take 15 points of slashing damage from the claw.
Goo is down.
The claw.
You watch as it bites down into Goo, it actually launches him a bit up into the air, and as it takes its 2 claws and rakes across his body, Goo lands back on the ground. Not enough to kill him, or not enough to do any damage, but Goo is unconscious. Alright, Esriel, you're up.
Alright. There goes my guiding bolt. Healing word. Level 4.
Word. Oh, for fuck's
Alright,
sake.
so you unleash 14 points of healing onto Goo. who is prone. Alright, anything else, Esriel?
That'll be it.
Okay, at the end of your turn, 2 legendary actions. It's gonna try to beat away the last of these ball bearings. I need dex saves.
And also from you too, Goo.
And from you too, Goo. Since you're in it.
Damn it. Shit.
Fail.
Fuck.
Okay, all of them fail. So Goo succeeds, however, it manages with just the might of its wings to blast off the last of the ball bearings. Aster.
Level 4, magic missile.
You unleash it, go ahead. No, this is not Kamehameha, this is a series of ki blasts. Alright, as the force bolts impact into this dragon, it is looking bloodied. You guys have done a lot of damage to it.
Roll my wisdom save.
Make a wisdom saving throw.
Fuck me.
You cannot even begin to process just how hardy this creature is. You're throwing everything at it, and it's just not going down. End of your turn, it's going to attack Goo.
Why? I'm still on the floor.
I give it a 9.
You give it a 9? Okay, then plus its bonuses, that's a 20 to hit, Goo.
Hello?
What?
Fuck!
It has a plus 11 to hit.
It still hits.
Damn! Why?
Why is it even? It killed me already. Why is it still mad?
It's a feral dragon.
What
Hey,
you
there's
bet?
these people that have been hitting me, and this guy that's half dead on the floor. You know, just keep
You're
biting
the only target in range.
Let him go
It
ahead and
can
swing
do
at the...
fire.
Let him swing at the Spirit Guardian like a nerd.
It'll.
Hey, there's this
slam
giant
into-
guy standing next to the dude and smacking on the floor. Let's see what happens if I keep smacking the guy on the floor. And I have fire?
At the very least, hey,
I'm gonna be really mad at the guy that just threw a fucking fireball at him.
He is, but a legendary action doesn't let him move. It just allows him to attack the nearest target.
Which can still be the giant.
just
Big boy, right there.
just accept it. Just accept you're gonna get curb stomped by a brass dragon.
I will give you a chance. So 1, 2, 3, it'll attack the Spirit Guardian, not understanding what a Spirit Guardian is in its feral state.
Okay, if it's attacking the Spirit Guardian, I'm not gonna fucking dice.
Because I know Chris is still gonna be anal about it. I'm taking a goddamn picture. I rolled a 6, and I'm taking a goddamn picture.
Just accept the curb stomp. Do it.
I'm gonna
There.
get fucking killed.
There.
Okay.
There, I rolled a
Okay.
6. So take 17 points of damage as it slams down onto you.
Am I dead?
You're not
You're
dead.
not dead. You were healed, so you just go back to 0.
Okay.
Alright. Cool, make me a death saving throw.
Alright.
Alright, so that's
Christ.
1 failed death save. Nakax.
Freaking unbelievable. By this point, of course, Ice Storm's ability has faded away.
Has
That's
faded
okay.
away.
We've got more.
Alright, another Ice Storm. It is going to use a legendary action to save.
So he'll take
A legendary,
5 cold.
a legendary resistance to save.
Yeah, so it'll take 5 cold, 6 bludgeoning.
So 8 points of damage.
Yep.
So as you summon another Ice Storm and it whips up, it manages to just pull itself away just in time before the cold is able to really impact it.
Another meta magic as I say fuck you and hope that this hits again.
Constitution saving throw. That's a 17.
Yeah.
That's I rolled a 7, but it has a plus 10 to con saves.
Talk to me about how hard dragons are. Don't. Go on.
Okay. So that's your turn. It's gonna see if it gets its breath weapon back. It does not.
Oof.
So it will go ahead and walk over to you guys.
Did he enter the Guardians
Guardian,
at any point?
It was already in the Guardians. It was already within the Guardian's range. So because it started there and did not enter it, the Guardian doesn't get an attack.
Yeah.
Sorry, loading. So it will go ahead and it's going to roll a d6 to see who it's attacking. So 1, 2, 3, Estriel, 4, 5, 6, Neck-X. 1 attack against Neck-X. 1 attack against Estriel, and 2 attacks against Neck-X.
Just tell me if they hit above 15. Just say that.
I rolled a 3 plus 11, so 14 on the bite attack.
Okay, so only I survived 1 attack. That's good.
Estriel, it's an 18 to hit with the first claw.
Yep.
Take 13 points of slashing damage. And attack against... Oh my god, I rolled another 3 plus 11 against Neck-X.
Alright.
14.
Come on, damn it.
Oh my god, you've got to be kidding me. Estriel, you're up.
5, 10, 15, 20. And I'm guessing if I moved to the space next to Go, I'd still be within its range, right?
Yes, you'll still be within its range.
Alright.
Which means you don't need to worry about... Yep.
Alright. What is my purpose? I cast Cure Wounds.
Me heal bot. We know.
At level 4.
Alright. So you reach down, grasping onto Goo, and you heal him for 22 points. So Goo, your HP is up to 22.
Oh, 22! Boy. Oh, man! Goldberg! Sorry. Continue.
Anything else, Estriel?
Bonus actions? Anything? No? Nope. No, that'll be it.
Okay, at the end of your turn, it will go ahead and it will use a legendary action. What's the range on the tail?
It's gonna smack Goo and kill him again.
It has a range of 15 on the tail! So, what it do is Goo, 3 and 4 is Estriel, 5 and 6 is Neck-X.
Just hit Goo again. Come on.
No, yeah, no.
This is hell.
Are you okay, DM?
Chris.
It hovered on the 4 for like a good second and a half and then rolled over to the 1.
Chris,
I'm sorry.
Do I fucking die?
No.
To put this into perspective, Chris, what Goo's going through right now is he wakes up, gets hit, wakes up, gets hit again.
Guys, hey Neck-X, do you remember the tale of our boy Archibald?
Yeah.
Oh, all right. Take. Oh my God! Did I just knock you unconscious? It's 14 plus 6, so 20 points of damage to you, Goo, as the is just waking up. Estriel manages to dip out of the way as the tail slams into your pocket.
No, I'm not fucked yet.
Just beat the fuck out of me.
It doesn't like straight the fuck down. Oh my God! Alright,
okay. How hurt does it look?
It looks really hurt. It's beyond bloodied at this point.
Okay. Another level 4. Let's go.
Ah! All right, go ahead, cast your magic missile.
21.
21 points of damage. Aster, how do you want to do this?
Yeah.
I'm gonna aim all my shots at its head, like when it's trying to fire breath.
So yeah, as it pulls, let's see if it would have gotten your breath weapon back. It would have. It pulls back, and this plume of fire is beginning to form. Aster unleashes these 4 magic missiles that rail down its throat. And you just see this detonation in its mouth before you see its jaw is completely gone, and it crashes into this building, taking it down completely. Hang on, I gotta get to a point that I can exit out. Oh my god. It's moving, guys.
Zombie dragon.
We did. That's real joke. We did fight a zombie dragon once.
We did, and it was terrible.
Yeah.
Don't worry, I had one spell just in case we were going to fuck up. That would get us out of jail. Well, get me out of jail.
Banishment. Or
no.
Dimension Door.
No.
Fucking Misty Step of the Wind. Misty Step. That's the one.
No, it's a level 5 spell.
Teleport.
No.
I know it's not a fifth level spell. So
Geese.
Once you guys,
you know what would happen.
Goose.
Yeah.
So Goo, so you're taking a second to catch your breath. As you've just been slammed repeatedly by its tail.
As you check to make sure that your ribs are still in your body.
I'm still.
You see the Guardian still just standing there, just looking around.
Thanks for your help.
Kind of looks at you and nods.
Mm-hmm.
What would you guys like to do?
I'm gonna go up to this brass dragon. Did he have anything important on him, or if at all possible, if I take out a knife, can I get like a freaking piece of his hide? Tear it off.
Make a survival check.
I'll try and help him with that.
All right, roll a survival check with advantage, Nekex.
Of course, even with advantage, that's still a 0. So let's do this. It probably would have been better if Aster did it, but Aster doesn't want to do wisdom stuff anyway.
15.
Well,
all right. So as you're carving into it, you start seeing that you are able to get a bit under the hide. You get about 5 pounds worth of gold dragon scale.
gold? I thought you said brass.
Oh, sorry, brass. Sorry, brass dragon scale. My mistake. Apologies.
I was about to go like, whoa. All right.
You also find a symbol right behind where its ear would be. There is this what would have been once glowing symbol that is behind its ear.
What? What's that symbol about?
You recognize the symbol.
Oh, I think I know what this is.
If it's a set of gears, I'm gonna get mad. If it's a set of gears, don't you tell me.
It's not of the gears. It's of the clockwork that Tremor has on the back of his hand.
Fuck! No! That's the gears and the bullshit. No, I'm upset. I'm angry. Like,
And I realized I should have prepared calm emotions.
Yeah, after I've done scaling that and, like, stabbing the freaking symbol at least 3, 4, 5 times with the dagger, I'm gonna pull away from the body and what's gonna just scream out, "Come on, coward! Where the hell are you?"
Your voice echoes against the silence of the city.
You take away everything from me. And you think that this is how it ends. You're wrong. You're wrong, Lord Tremor. You're fucking wrong. I'll find you. I'll make sure that you'll die every single death of every single life that you've taken away. I'll make sure your suffering is felt years upon years, generations for generations.
As you're screaming out into the world, you all hear what sounds like footsteps. Rapid footsteps. someone running.
We should check that out.
Well, it's running towards you.
Oh.
I'm already getting ready. I have my quarterstaff, and I'm gonna eye whoever's coming our direction.
So you see coming out from the alleyway a figure with a long dark cloak on his back, a sword in his hand, made of this pure white bone. He's currently looking around, and as he looks, he sees the giant dragon and sees you four. Starts carefully approaching.
Who are you?
He'll stop and just seems to be observing you.
We're not in the mood for games.
Do I recognize this guy?
You've seen him before. All of you have seen him before.
Yep. Kind of figured.
You're that guy. You're that guy that was there when Lord Trevor came at that town. I'm gonna go ahead and start trying to approach him.
He'll fully pull his hood off, and you can see that his hair is this dark black hair that kind of fades a little bit onto his face. You can see his eyes are this blue and purple mix. He's not wearing the mask that he was before, so you can see his full facial features. You surmise he's not that old, maybe 15, 16 years old. He just kind of looks at you curiously.
This entire time I've just been approaching. I'm gonna go ahead and even if there's, I'm just running on emotion. I'm grabbing him by the front of his shirt. I'm pulling him in. Who are you? Why do you associate with the Lord Trevor? Answer me!
He kind of reaches down and just gently grabs your hand. Looks at you. Neckax? Kind of just holds your hand and looks at you. Did you hear me, by the way?
Yeah, I did.
And he'll look over. Esriel? This is really you guys.
Yes. Who are you? How do you know us?
Kind of gives a big smile, and it seems like the moment of tension, at least for him, has passed, and he just gives you a giant hug, Neckax. Oh my god, you guys are alive.
It's Alan.
No, it's Ezekiel.
No, it's Timmy.
It's Timmy.
Timmy Turner.
It's Timmy Turnstone.
He killed the dragon with
and you can see, you guys can all see as he's hugging Neckax. Those of you on the other side, you can see his hands fully exposed. There is that clockwork symbol against the back of his palm.
Ezekiel. Oh, thanks to God, you're right.
He just holds tight to Neckax and kind of extends that hand and starts motioning you over, Esriel.
Oh, I'm 100% hug time.
Yeah, he gives you a giant hug. Oh my god, you guys are alive! I don't believe it.
Well, this is nice and all, but we should probably find some shelter somewhere. Yeah, no, we should. I heard the screaming. I just wanted to see if anybody survived. Come on, follow me. There's a safe house not too far from here. He'll let go, and you see him you watch as his hand kind of glows for a minute, and you guys all hear this soft ticking as all your bodies begin to glow for a moment. All of your movement speeds are increased by 10. Including you, Goo.
Oh, that's cool. I'm still on the floor, by the way.
Yeah. He'll he'll look over. Is he all right?
We had a tough fight.
Hell, I can take care of him. Just give me a second, please, and he'll take a deep breath as he walks around you guys, goes over to Goo. He'll reach a hand down for you, Goo.
And nothing happens because I do it myself.
He'll put a hand on your shoulder and he's gonna cast his version of Cure Wounds on you. 3rd level. Goo, go ahead and heal for 20 points of healing.
Yeah. And then I'll take mine because I'm your boy, the heal man. I believe is no, it's actually 27 now. Holy shit! It's 49 total.
Yeah, you're healed, my dude. And Ezekiel. It's good to see you guys, and he passes by. Aster, good to see you again.
It's a pleasure.
You know, kind of try to give you a hug. Will you accept it?
Nope.
As passive as always, I see. All right, well, come on, quickly, before any more trouble ends up, and he will start taking off.
Does my spiritual guardian follow me?
No, it stays planted in the area.
Hello?
Okay, bye.
It doesn't move.
What are you even good for?
You can't cook. What are you even good for? All right, I will take everybody off of this map right now. You see Ezekiel is like, he's checking around every corner just in case, like he's expecting something to be there as he continues to move.
Have you seen the others? Block, Octa, Sprinkle?
I haven't. I'm sorry. I don't know where they are. Where have you guys been?
We were in town,
No, I remember that. No, I remember. I remember that I tried to get Tremor to stop doing what he was doing. And there was a flash, and Tremor was gone, but you all were gone too.
How long has it been since that day?
It's been maybe 10 years.
10, but it can't be 10 years. It wasn't even but a few hours. It was. Oh God.
He'll grab onto your neck axe and he will say, "Look, I can better explain it once we get to the safe haven, but right now, this is not the time to have an emotional breakdown."
If you need, I can cast invisibility on, well, a good chunk of us.
Yeah, maybe that'd be best. Let's just...
I'll go without it.
Alright, so eventually...
2 people.
So you will cast invisibility, and as you follow Ezekiel, he leads you over to what is considered more of the luxury district of the city, at least what would pass for it, as most of the area is in ruin. Eventually, he makes his way over to this large building that is made of this, what would have been very nice red stone. However, the paint and time have just faded the bricks away. He walks around the building, and you can see a trapdoor inlaid, and he will give a few taps on the door. Will open and you'll see a blue dragonborn looking up. Oh, yeah. Z, you're back. Oh, you found survivors. Good, good. Let's get them inside. Push the door open, and you guys are led down about 20 feet into a cellar. You can see that inside there are a few dragonborn that are eating what little scraps they are able to. You can see that there are other faces in here that you recognize as well. You see someone that you had met back in Viachi, the half-orc professor, Professor Roscoe, is currently sat and seems to be mulling over a few things. You see Andrus in there as well, right now tending to some of the wounded. And you see another individual flanking Penley. Much taller human figure. His hair is kind of cut down a bit, in blue robes. It's currently has his hand on the table, another on his waist, and is talking. It seems to be in conversation with Penley.
Emily's here, by the way.
Hi. Thank God.
Hey.
Hi. Yes, I just got home. Job done.
Cool. You're missing out on the emotional trauma.
I heard we were fighting a adult dragon, so that was great.
Okay, we almost died.
No,
Oh, shit.
I almost died repeatedly.
Oh God.
Yeah, he almost got.
The tail just kept laughing and laughing. And as you guys are just being led down, the door is about to close until you see there's another rapping at the door. And opening it, there is a female green dragonborn, and accompanying her is Octa, much older.
But he didn't see Octa.
He didn't. But
An idiot.
there are other
She's been there the
scouts
whole
than
time.
there are other scouts than just him.
Female green dragonborn, huh?
Yes, a female green dragonborn.
Octa.
So am I the voice of the Octa that we see, or is there like two Octas now?
It is you. It is you, Octa.
Okay.
When that bright flash occurred, you found yourself in a part of the city you didn't recognize, and you got hailed down by what appeared to be a small group of ghouls. This female dragonborn found you and helped you to thwart them off, and informed you that there was a safe house. There was a safe house close by that she could take you to.
Okay. Hey, long time no see.
Octa. Oh God, you alright? Did you see the others?
Have I seen others?
You did not see Sprinkles or Valak.
I haven't seen either of them.
You look different too.
Yeah.
But I don't understand. 10 years.
How could all of this have happened in just 10 years? Also, during all this, just assume my hand is just on Nakax's back. Just trying to comfort him.
Z will, as Ezekiel, as you guys get to know, say, Talon! And the adult humanoid will look over. Oh, hey, Z! Oh my God! And he will run over. Oh, what? Nakax? Ezreal? Holy shit! You guys are alive! Oh my God! He will also just go for the big hugs at all of you, and Aster, he will hug you whether you want it or not.
Get off me!
He's just holding you close, like, oh, it's so good to see you guys.
You haven't changed much.
We thought you would. Well, I feared the worst for both of you, considering what happened before we disappeared.
Right. Yeah, we'll get you caught up. Dad! And he, Penley will look up. Yes. Can you possibly get some of the records, or some of your journal notes? We may have found some more allies in this fight. Penley will look over, kind of categorizing and realizing he knows some of you, and he'll kind of smile and give you a nod. You can see Penley is definitely showing signs of age, but he will get up, walk over to a small chest, open it, and begin fishing some stuff out.
Talon, Ezekiel, is there any Geborg alive? Is my mom or dad? Is Subras here?
Calm down. Talon will kind of grab your shoulders and say, "Calm down. They're safe. They got out before everything happened. We'll explain." He'll look at Ezekiel and goes, "Z, you wanna, I don't know, get him some water?" Ezekiel will nod and go and grab some waters. Talon will take you over to a corner, just kind of sit you down. He'll get you a little bit of food from what they have. Yeah, and Talon will sit down. Yeah, a lot's happened since you guys disappeared. I guess no better place to start than the beginning, right? Let's see.
Oh, so Emily's gone.
Oh, Emily's gone. She'll be back later. Octa will be brought over to sit with you guys. Ezekiel will return with some waters. Well, I remember we were fighting Tremor, or you guys were fighting Tremor, and Ezekiel and Z broke away from me. And there was a flash, and then Tremor was gone, as were you guys. We were still there. We tried to reconvene. We went back to your parents' house, and we tried to explain the situation to them, and they were accommodating. About a month later, there was some sort of commotion, and there was a raid of some kind. More of those individuals with those bird-like masks tried to lay siege to the city, but luckily they were able to fight them off. Andrus, and he will look up, was able to aid the guards in fending them off for a few years, and we ended up staying with your parents for that time. Eventually, though, it wasn't enough. Lord Tremor showed up and wiped a good majority of the guard just on his own. His men flooded the streets, and we just didn't have enough. We didn't have enough manpower to fight them off. And eventually, we fled, and most of the individuals have been taken over to Karana, which is still holding strong. All thanks to the headmaster. What else? Instead for personal life, we've been trying to figure out. We've learned more about these entities that you were talking about. These gods. Except they're not gods. I think we call them other beings for right now. We learned that a little bit more about this war that had happened between them. Apparently, our world was some sort of byproduct, and was the staging ground for this war. They were able to stop him and put him to some sort of stasis, this fifth god. We also learned that right now, Tremor is held up on some remote area, trying to do some research into furthering his awakening of this god. And we managed to reclaim Viachi as well. We'd managed to get a message through my dad. He said that there were still survivors over there. and we went and picked them up, and ever since they've been staying in Karana. Dad's been helping us to see if there's any way that we can get Calren refortified and possibly make it another safe haven. But for right now, this is the best we've got. We've been picking up stragglers and survivors as we find them. That's really it. It's been quite a grueling few years, and we've lost a lot of people.
But they're safe.
Yeah. They're in Calren right now. They have a little home for themselves.
Does my brother even know? Is he still on that mountain? Is he safe?
He kind of tilts his head down. Asir and the rest of the monks didn't make it. They fought trying to get people out. I'm sorry, Nekax.
Hacha goes and pats his shoulder.
Hey, Emily's back.
Yes, I'm here. I lost connection between my lobby and my apartment, so I just ended. I bounced out because I knew it wasn't going to work.
Yeah.
So I was just gonna lean against him.
I don't know what to do.
Ezekiel kind of grab her shoulder. Come on now. I get it's hard, but crying's not going to change anything. Yeah, Talon kind of looks over here. See, it's kind of heartless. And he's like, and Ezekiel goes, look, I understand that losing somebody, especially if it's the first news you get after being found, is difficult. But at the end of the day, it's not going to make any difference. If we cry over every body, we're never going to get any further.
Crying might not help in a literal sense, but it does help. Internally, at least. Just let him be, alright?
Do you have some sort of plan to take down anything at all?
We don't. Tremor has too many ways to get away from us. The best we're able to do at this point is gather enough information to try to understand what he's doing. Unfortunately, it's led to a few dead ends, and let's just say him and his men are very good at covering their tracks.
Have you learned anything about this man? At all? Those dark shadows that they had?
We've been able to surmise it has something to do with their Tide of the Fifth. Our best guess is that the magic that they have is able to pull them out before they are fatally injured or killed. We've had a few encounters with them actually over the years, and every time it's been the same. We get close to killing them and they disappear.
Do you know how many of them there are? They're just them.
It seems like the people who Tremor holds closest are just the four of them, the ones that were at the stage. However, they have more men than that. But the tie doesn't seem to be as strong. We're able to keep them down permanently.
I see.
Look, I can set up an escort for you guys if you want, and we can get you back to Calren. Right now, we're gonna stay and see if we can get any more survivors, and Talon's father might have a way to get you there quickly if he's feeling up to it. Penley will. Yes, I can send them back much quicker than an escort. I haven't used all of my resources today.
Thank you. I need to at least tell them that I'm alive.
Talon will kind of reach down and just give you a hug, Nakax, and pat your back. As you will go. All right, Talon, you go with them. Talon says, "You don't want to come. You don't want to come home." He's like, "There's still people out there. I'm gonna stay behind, and I'll meet up with you guys when I can." Talon will, or Ezekiel will take his bone sword and will exit the safe house.
Ezekiel, before you go,
he'll look over his shoulder at you.
I wish that I was stronger. That way you didn't have to deal with this.
I'll kind of pause for a moment. He'll pause for a moment, kind of just look ahead and just say, "Would you stop sounding so pathetic, Nakax? There's nothing you could have done to stop this. Tremor's stronger than all of us."
For now.
So stop beating yourself up over something that you can't control. That would have been.
Don't need to be so heartless about it.
He'll look over to you. I'm not being heartless. I'm stating a fact. And I'm sorry, but emotion isn't gonna get you anywhere. It's gonna get you killed. Just like it did with all the others. He will make his way out. Penley will come over. I apologize for him. He's had to grow up pretty fast in these last 10 years.
Of course.
Well, he missed a couple of steps on the way.
Just give him time. He's... Go ahead, Aster.
I think he's being realistic about the situation. In all honesty.
Realistic doesn't mean you have to be an ass about it.
No. Ezekiel's right. And my parents are right, too. I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready, and if I just stayed behind, maybe there would have been something that changed.
Nakax.
You know what would have happened if you had stayed behind?
Don't say that. All that would have happened is we would have had to go through this without you.
Exactly.
And to tell you the truth, I'd much rather have you here than not.
Penley comes up, says, if you'd like to head back, I can use what I have left to get you through a teleportation circle. We have a receiving inn back in the academy.
Again, thank you. If in some way, And in some way that you can see Velocro sprinkles.
We'll keep an eye out for them, I promise. Which point he will start escorting you guys back out of the safe haven into the actual building itself, where under different planks that have been just tossed on top, he begins moving them aside. Talon gives him some assistance. And you can see that there is a teleportation circle crafted into the floor here. He will motion his hand for you to step in.
I will do so.
Up, I follow.
Alright, all of you make your way on, and you see Penley kind of looks at Talon. Talon gives him a hug and a little kiss and a kiss on the cheek and says, Don't strain yourself too hard, okay, Dad? And Penley goes, Don't worry, I'll be fine. Talon will get on, and Penley will focus for a moment, weaving a few incantations, and you see the different symbols on the circle glow until there is a massive burst of energy, and you guys find yourselves in a cylindrical chamber, stone, very smoothed out stone walls, and there are 4 torches lighting each side. There's a singular doorway in the front. The door is open. However, there does not appear to be anybody in this room immediately.
I will head out the door.
Okay.
Following.
Yep, following.
Alrighty. Go ahead and switch the music real quick because you guys are out of Calran. As you guys make your way outside of the chamber, you find yourselves on the ground floor of what appears to be the Scholars District. Looking out, you can see that it's in a much better shape than Calren was, as there are still the different small stone walls and even some plants growing. However, looking up into the sky, you can still see that murky, cloudy sky rolling over. You can see that there's a few people chatting amongst themselves as you make your way through. And you can see that there is a guard that looks at you as you exit and looks at the door, and he shoot, and he runs back. Excuse me. And Tom will say, "It's all right. They're with me. And why'd you abandon your post like that?" And he's like, "Oh, I just stepping away for a minute." And you see the individual that he's talking to is bald of head, wearing very simple guard clothing. Very simple guard's outfit. Appears to be half elven. However, leaning much more towards elven, as you can see that his features are much more pristine and sharp than most half elves. And Talon goes, "All right." And we'll just put him back to his post as you guys make your way into the Scholars District. Talon will say, "I take it you want to go see your parents?"
Yeah.
I probably.
Yeah, I just let them know that I'm safe.
He will escort you guys through the city, which you can see is there's still some commerce here. However, a lot of it is more for goods on an individual sale, as opposed to an actual shop. It's people talking and bartering and trading with each other. Eventually, Talon leads you over to an area fairly close to the Langstone, a small gathering of residences. And he will make his way up, give a quick knock on the door, and you will see your mother answer the door. She will, yes? She will look down to see you, Nekax, and almost immediately start crying as she picks you up into her arms. She will hold you close. Just no words, just holding you tight as Talon escorts the rest of you inside.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Don't be. I'm just happy you're safe. You guys make your way inside this rather plain house. Nothing too special about it. You can see that Subis is not there currently. And the main area, this living area, is empty. After embracing you for a few minutes, Lazhale will set you down and will fetch everybody a drink. And you see she takes one of the cups into a nearby room. She'll say, just a moment, please. What would you guys like to do? You just have the area to yourself. You can look around if you'd like to. At least for the moment.
I'm gonna ask Talon about how much you than last time we met.
You're asking him what? I'm sorry, you cut out like 3 times.
Oh. I'm asking if I can see his spell book.
You've been back for, what, a few hours and you're already asking for magic? I'm disappointed in you, Aster. I thought you had more class than that.
I have to have as much firepower in my arsenal as I can to take on this man, don't I?
I'm just giving you a hard time. Yeah, come on, I'll show you. And he'll go sit at the table and pull his spellbook out. What are the rest of you doing?
I'm just kind of balled up in my seat. Just kind of there.
I'm looking for. Are there any other faces that are even remotely familiar, or is everybody a stranger?
Around here? Make a perception check.
Okay, theoretically, I should be just fine at that. No, I clicked
I was gone what I missed.
Chris stepped away.
I left after they were getting us like water.
Oh, nothing. I'm going to check to see if I know anybody.
It's okay. You can. It's okay. You can watch the VOD later.
Yeah.
Emily's just disappeared from the face of the planet. And that's
unfortunately, you don't really notice anybody that catches your eye as somebody
I
you
haven't
recognize.
rolled yet.
Oh, I thought that was what the freak out was.
No,
My thing didn't load, so I thought you rolled really poorly.
No, I accidentally clicked a button that was taking me off the website, but then I made the website come back. So now I'm going to actually roll my perception check.
All right, make a perception check.
Whoa.
So you notice a few strewn faces in the crowd. Some of them just appear to be off of memory, just think people you've seen in passing. You do notice a few individuals that seem to work with your father, just walking through the crowd. They don't seem hostile, or really doing much of anything. They're just talking to people.
You also see through a wall.
You also see through a wall.
I go up towards them. The people who work with my father.
They'll just be chatting among each other. Hello? Who are you? Wait a minute. Wait, I know you.
I would hope you do.
Yeah, you're Malice's daughter.
Yeah.
What do you want?
I was just curious if you had seen any of my other family around.
Yeah. Actually. I think Mother is currently held up back in the high top.
She's in the high top? She's okay?
I wouldn't exactly call her okay.
What do you mean?
Well, I'm sorry, but I wouldn't say missing an arm and an eye being okay. But
how the hell did that happen?
You might want to ask her that yourself. She's going pretty quiet as of lately.
Good God. What's your name? I didn't... it ran off. It's been a few years.
Yeah, of course you wouldn't remember me. He will extend a hand. Jason.
It's a pleasure, Jason. Thanks.
Yeah. And if there's anything else you need, we'll just get back to our conversation.
Yeah, I'll leave them be.
They will go back to chatting amongst each other. Eventually, as you're are you making your way to the High Top District?
I was gonna at least tell everybody else where I'm going.
Okay. No, dude, just disappear. Easy.
No.
Easy peasy. Alright, Gladshale will eventually come back out and she will close the door behind, kind of giving a sigh. Sorry about that. Nakax, it's lovely. It's so great to see you again. I'm so happy that you're alright, all of you. I'm so glad you're okay. I feared the worst might have happened.
Come on, we're the favored few.
Indeed, and it does seem you've managed to keep my little boy safe.
Of course we have.
She seems to not be at all understanding that a time skip happened. She thinks you've legitimately kept Nakax safe for 10 years.
Mom. I have your book.
She looks at you. My book?
I'll pull out the black book that I found underneath the stairwell.
She will take it and look at it and open it. Oh, where'd you find this?
There was a fight in town square. It happened last day that you saw me. And I thought we could handle it. And we had our fight. And it was tough, it was hard.
She'll come over to you and sort of wipe the tears away from your face.
You made us disappear for 10 years.
She'll look up at Talon, and Talon will nod. She looks back at you. Nakax, it's not your fault. And I don't want to see you crying after the first time I see you in so long. Come on. She will kind of try to straighten you out a little bit. Would you like to go say hi to your father?
Yes. Yes, I would.
She'll nod. Just be gentle around him. He's a bit ill right now. She'll get up and escort you over to the room. The rest of you are free to join if you would like to.
They're going like, I have to say they're going like, is he still mad about that thing?
Do you say that?
No, she doesn't actually. Well, she whispers it to She whispers it, I guess, to Ezreal and Goo. Do you think he's still mad about the thing?
Either way, I think we should just kind of leave them be.
Okay. Well, I have some family obligations I need to take care of too.
Before you go, can I talk to you for a moment outside?
Yeah, of course.
So, I will just, as we go outside, I do want to say my hood has been down this entire time.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna kind of lean up against the outside wall. I don't know what to do.
What do you mean?
I don't know how to help him. He's going through so much, and I can't think of any words I could say to make it better, or anything I can do to help.
I really think that the best thing, at least in my experience, has always been often there can never be words to describe what he's going through. Time is what he really needs.
Hey,
Of course.
are any of the rest of us hearing this at all?
Did Goo stay outside?
I mean, I'm kind of aloof, but still attentive.
I would say if you guys didn't go too far from the building, I'd say you could hear it, but Asher is currently sitting with Talon.
Blah 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 magic.
Blah blah blah
Magic,
magic.
blah,
Blah
blah,
blah blah.
Blah 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 spell scrolls.
So, I'm gonna walk up to Ezreal after like hearing that. I'll be like, put a hand on her shoulder and say, "Hey, I got this one."
What do you mean?
Take it away.
I'll talk to him. Just trust me.
Alright. You are one of us, aren't you?
Yes.
Alright. I'll choose to trust you. And Octa, wherever you're going, please keep safe, alright?
I'm going to the high tops. I have found some news I've been, I guess, technically waiting 10 years to hear. You all are welcome to come if you want, but I'm not going to make anyone. If you want to stay here, of course.
I think I have to. I give her a little smile and kind of duck back into the building.
So, Nekex, as you're led off into the room, you can see your father, much older, looking much older, is currently, he has a blanket over him. He's sweating profusely, and you can see he's not really even keeping his eyes open. He seems to be somewhat in a daze.
I'll at first kind of look at Mom to kind of give her a look and ask if it's okay to approach or if it's.
She will nod.
I'll go to the bedside and kneel down so that he's able to see me. And hi, Dad.
Kind of barely opens his eyes. Looks. You can tell just from the fuzziness in it. Seer? Barely able to. You can tell it's almost like the fever's like clouding his vision completely.
No. It's not a seer. It's me, Nakax.
Kind of move the hand up. You can tell he's in pain, even just moving. Wipes his eyes. And you can tell he's elated, but the most he can really muster right now is a smile as he moves his hand over and grabs yours. Nakax. You can tell he tries to move, but he's in so much pain right now that he can't.
Please, just stay. It's fine.
I'm sorry. I should have come to find you. You can see he's just smiling. I'm glad you're all right. Just looks up at you with these his eyes are a bit sunken. I'm sorry that I couldn't find you. His hand kind of tightens a bit on yours, and
It wasn't your fault. It wasn't your fault at all. I'm just happy that both you and Mom are alive.
he kind of rolls back into his position, into the position he was lying in. As he smiles, closes his eyes, you can tell he's starting to fall asleep. Mom says, "Let's let him rest, Nekax. He's a bit tired." She'll carefully move you away and exit the room. So during this time, you were looking at Talon's spellbook, correct?
Yep. I'll have access to mine if he wishes.
Yep. So I'll go over the spells that he has in his book. He has, for first level spells, Burning Hands,
Okay.
Identify, Magic Missile, Shield, Find Familiar, and Longstrider.
Okay.
In second level spells, he has Web, Melt's Acid Arrow, Blur. For third level spells, he has Haste, Fireball, and Water Breathing.
Okay.
Fourth level spells, he has Blight, Fire Shield, and Greater Invisibility. Fifth level spells, he has Cone of Cold and Dominate Person. And sixth level, he has Chain Lightning.
Greater Invisibility and fourth is Fire Shield, and Greater Invisibility, right?
And Blight.
Blight. Okay. Fifth level, it's Cone of Cold and what?
And Dominate Person.
And fifth is Chain Lightning. I mean, sixth is Chain.
Sixth is Chain Lightning.
Well, I'm not gonna be able to learn sixth level spell. That's a lot of good spells.
Don will take a second and thumb through yours as well. Huh, interesting. I don't suppose you have the money to describe any of this stuff, do you? For the supplies?
I have enough.
Well, if we want to exchange spells, we can pay for them up at the academy.
Will you also be looking for a stone skin spell?
You'll look over. That could be useful. Let's get to the academy and I'll tell you which ones I want. All right?
Sounds fair.
All right. You wanna? This is about the time you were talking with your father.
Yeah.
You wanna leave him be and just head off and let him know where we're going? He's talking to Aster. This is Talon to Aster.
Okay.
I think he'll be fine.
All right. Miss Gavoric, Aster and I are going up to the academy. He'll walk out with you, Aster. He'll pass the three of you outside, and as you're finishing your conversation, we'll be back. We're gonna We're gonna do some work, get Aster a bit more up to snuff.
Mm-hmm.
Be gentle with Aster. Don't rough him up too much.
Oh, trust me, I'm not going to. Just by the way, and you watch as Talon kind of concentrates for a moment. Can I see your hand, Octa?
I give him my right hand.
He'll take your hand, and as he clasps onto it, you watch as his whole body begins to glow, his flesh turning into these vibrant blues, pinks, and greens. And as he takes his breath out, he pulls his hand away, and you see that there is a mote of energy in your hand that kind of sinks down.
What's that?
Just in case something happens while we're gone. It's relatively safe here, but just in case, I wanted to give you something. And Octa, you have one use of the spell Chain Lightning.
Yes. Okay.
I don't even have 6th level yet. Me.
Me.
Thanks, Alan. That means a lot.
No problem. Motion to you, Aster. We'll start moving.
Yep, I'll follow along.
Yep. All right. So it's going to take you guys a while to get there. Nekax, you are eventually escorted out, and eventually Aster and Esriel and Octa and Gu, you make your way back inside.
Nakax, hey.
Is everything alright? Nakax.
Hey.
Nekax is dead.
No, I'm here. I'm here. I'm just dead. I'm just very quiet.
I'm just dead.
I'm just dead.
No, quiet.
Mm-hmm.
I have some family stuff I have to take care of now. I'm going to the high tops. I just wanted to let you know where I was going, in case you needed me. But
Dude, you need someone to be with you.
well, if you want to meet my mom, I guess you can come along. I honestly thought she was dead, but she's not.
I'm not even sure. I might need a moment. I'm sorry.
Hey, you're fine.
Do you want to be alone right now?
Yeah. Yeah, I might need
I'll give him a little smile. I'm just gonna say, in Draconic, I'll see you soon.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I'll be
just
there.
a kiss to the cheek before I head out with Octa.
Alright.
Goo, you coming?
I'm gonna walk out. You guys are already like walking out, right?
Octa would look back as she's turning around. You coming?
I got a little I'll make a slight motion to say I'm gonna talk to Nakax when he's done. Yeah. I'll make I got a little something to do. And then I'll leave the room, but I'll be sitting right outside the door.
Okay.
Or like to the right side outside the door.
Okay.
See you around then, Goo.
Yep.
Arctic gives like a salute, bye, and walks out.
And Israel will follow.
Alright, to the high top.
Alright. So, Goo, you and Nakax are alone for the most part.
Well, he's in the next room over. I don't know what he's doing, but
he's already come out. Glasshail has already brought him out.
No, I mean he's in that room. I'm in the next room outside where they were leaving. Or is the next room outside the like door to?
It's a simple room. It's a simple house. There's a washroom, there's the one bedroom, and then there's the living area and kitchen.
Okay, so the exit to this room would be the front door? Or
yes.
Equivalent? Okay, I'll be right outside that door.
Okay.
I'm giving him his space, but when he's done.
Okay.
Yeah, I just kind of give a time frame. It's probably going to be a good 15 minutes of Nakak at first taking out Rudy and puts his hand in the puppet, and he can't find any words to talk with, and puts Rudy back in his pack. And
as you're holding Rudy in your hand and you go to speak, you do hear a voice. Is this really what you're going to let yourself get reverted to? You know, for somebody who claims that they have such thick skin and want to be this hero, you're letting something as small as a little time ruin your whole outlook.
A little thing called time. 10 years is not a long time. Maybe to something ancient like you, maybe 10 years is nothing, but 10 years is enough for my home to be destroyed.
And you honestly think you could have done anything?
I should have been there.
To die? You really think with how you are now you could have possibly saved anybody? How emotional you get, how you cry over every little loss. You honestly think you would have been strong enough to do anything? You saw what he can do. You know that you couldn't have done anything.
Why is it that every single time I have to try something, there always has to be you or someone to say that it can't be done?
I didn't say it can't be done. I said you can't do it the way you are now.
I just have to stop. He said to drop this attitude, just be like you.
Well,
and that fixes everything.
Once you begin to realize that there's nothing that you can do, you'll start to see what you can do. You can't keep throwing yourself at every little problem or every big problem and expect that you're going to solve it in the blink of an eye. At this point, I'm surprised you're still alive. You need to take a step back and be an observer, as I have been all these years. And understand that you will be able to do something, but not if you let every little problem get under your skin. And with that, the voice fades.
Did I hear any of that?
No, that's
no.
all.
This was all. This is all in
I'm just checking.
It's all.
Yeah, no.
It's all.
That
in
was all in
head.
X's head.
Yeah. Wonders of having such capabilities.
No.
I'll just drum my fingers against my knee for a moment and take in the few deep breaths that are there. And then I'll say to myself that I'll need to take a walk and I'll step out. So after 15 minutes, I will have stepped out of the front door.
Hey, kid, you got a minute?
All the time possible.
I know I haven't exactly been a worthy asset of this group since you found me, but I kind of want to start taking the steps to fix that. So I'm gonna get up and I'm gonna walk over to him and I'm gonna drop a small object in his hand.
What's this?
I'm not actually saying this in character. It's a silver locket that has a button on it that can open. And you can, like, look at the inner contents.
Alright.
I press the button and it opens up, and inside there's 2 pictures. The left is a young half-elven girl, and the right picture is myself, that half-elven girl, and what looks to be a woman of similar age to me. I pointed.
This is family.
Mm-hmm. That's my little Ophelia. And my wife Theo. Tremor and his mouth breather friends. They came through my village. And I think you know how this tale ends. After they died, I kind of wandered into the forest. And not a day later, you found me.
Must have been really hurting.
Yeah. Guess you could put it that way. I just thought if anybody's gonna help you through this, and seeing as real and not know how to, I thought it was time to step up. I just want you to understand that what you're feeling for your brother right now and all the other people you've lost, it doesn't go away. it probably will never go away. The pain goes away. And you'll think of them. You'll think of them, maybe not every day, but you'll think of them. And I know you keep telling yourself that you could have done something and you should have done something, but you didn't. And that's okay. That's where we're gonna be. Every decision in life is like that. You can look at what you've done. Keep reliving that same moment over and over, but that moment's past. You can do something about it now, though. You can change what's now. And I'm gonna help you do it every step of the way.
Thank you. I'll pass him back his locket.
I put it in my, close it up and put it in my pocket.
Alright.
I'm going to take a walk around Kilren. I don't know how long it's gonna be, but I'm gonna take a few moments from there if you wanted to come with me. Just for a little bit.
Nah, I got some stuff to do.
Alright.
Sorry.
That's fine. As you all go your separate ways, some of you heading to different areas. That's where we're going to go ahead and wrap up for the night.
Dude, Rick doesn't even get to come in.
Good session, guys.
Yeah.
We'll pick this up next
I'm sorry, Luke. I am fucking sorry. If it makes you feel any better, fine. I am like snot and crying the entire time.
If it makes you feel better, Jordan, it wasn't you.
We'll go ahead and pick this up next week.
You know what I find kind of funny?
What?
That even though you spent the most time with Ezekiel, he grew up to be more like Aster than you.
Alright, well, like I said, we'll pick this up next week. Thank you, everybody, for watching.
As always,
see you guys next Saturday.
Good night, everybody.